Good morning, dear student. Here again myself Dimpy S. Tiwari. We will continue with the OC subject. We'll continue the first chapter, that is nature, purpose and scope of business. So let's start with the current lecture. Yes student, let's do the recap. In last lecture, we have discussed classification of business activity, which is divided into three parts, that is trade, commerce and industry. Even we have discussed 1.9, that is trade, internal content, meaning, characteristic and types. So student, today's current topic is commerce. As I have said, we will discuss commerce and industry in today's lecture. So let's start with content, which we will discuss today. 1.10, that is commerce, internal content, meaning, characteristic, difference between trade and commerce. Inside this, you will revise your trade point also. Fine. 1.11, that is industry, internal content, meaning and classification. Now student, I will give one example after completion of whole topic. With the help of that, in single example, you will clear about the concept of classification of business activity, that is trade, commerce and industry. These three content, trade, commerce and industry, with the help of a single example, will clear the concept. So let's discuss in detail. Yes student, today's topic is commerce and industry. Here we are discussing the commerce. You are looking the meaning of commerce. Content. Commerce means trade and auxiliary service to trade. Commerce means trade. Trade means exchange of goods and commodity or services in return of money is called trade. Auxiliary service, that means additional service. I know you need the example. That means suppose you are purchasing any electronic item and the trader is providing you the services, that is home delivery. When you are facing any problem with the product, they are providing the service, they are providing you the warranty. This is called auxiliary service, that is additional service. So commerce means trade and auxiliary service to trade. Second point, this service includes the service of banking, insurance, transportation, communication, warehousing and agents. Which are the service? Second point, auxiliary service I am talking about. That means additional service. Which kind of additional service you are getting? That means suppose any institute or organization, they are providing you the auxiliary service. In which phase they are providing? As a banking facility they will provide you, insurance facility, transportation facility, communication facility, warehousing facility and even working as agents. That means these are the services which we are accepting as a auxiliary service. Yes student, here is a characteristic of commerce. First point, trade is a part of commerce. Repeating my point, trade is the part of commerce. Second, commerce is an economy activity. Trade is also an economy activity. Commerce is also an economy activity. Auxiliary service, helpful. This third point you can split. Here you can looking in the page, 6 points are there. You can make 7 or 8 point even by segregating any of the point. So here I am segregating the third point, that is auxiliary service is helpful. Fourth, you can write down auxiliary service helpful to trade. Then you can write down trade are include in commerce. Trade are include in commerce. In third point, I have divided or bifurcated in 3 different points. Auxiliary services helpful. Auxiliary service helpful to trade. Trade are included in commerce. Then fourth point, you can include example of auxiliary services: banking, insurance, transportations, etc. Example of auxiliary services: banking, insurance, transportation, etc. Next point, it increases time and place utility of the goods. It increases time and place utility of goods. Fifth one, auxiliary service are demand oriented yet continuous. Auxiliary service is demand oriented. For example, banking demand, insurance demand, transportation demand. These are the demands. That means auxiliary service are demand oriented yet continuous. Yet we are continuing this process. Next, if auxiliary services are available at reasonable price, goods supplied at fair price. That means if we are not increasing more charges of transportation, example I am giving a auxiliary service, I am taking example of transportation. If you are not increasing the price of transportation, then you can sell or supply your goods in fair price. So that means the price of the goods is depending upon this kind of services. Next point, that is difference between trade and commerce. Serial number, point of difference, trade and commerce. 3 points is there in this page. First is meaning. I have told you guys कि we will revise the trade and commerce in difference between. So the last lecture also revise in this point. Listen carefully. Meaning. Meaning of trade: exchange of goods or service in return of money. Simple meaning: exchange of goods or service in return of money. Commerce. Meaning of commerce: commerce includes trade and auxiliary service to trade. Commerce includes trade and auxiliary services to trade. That means exchange of goods and services in return of money is there in the commerce, but additionally we are providing the auxiliary services to trade. This is the meaning of commerce. So you can see the difference. Trade is only the exchange of goods and services in return of money. Commerce, same exchange of goods or services in return of money, but additionally we are providing the auxiliary service to trade. Second point, scope. Scope of trade is limited. Scope of trade is limited. Commerce. Scope of commerce is wider. Trade is includes in commerce. I am repeating this point. Trade is include in commerce. In first point and even though in the second point it is repeated. Trade is includes in commerce. So that means the scope of trade is limited and the scope of commerce is wider. Third, parties. In trade, both the parties of trade are mostly known to each other. That means you are purchasing from me, right? I am the shopkeeper, you are the purchaser, I am the seller. We both are known to each other. Then we are doing the trade. But in commerce, both the parties may be at distance, place and unknown. You can give the online example over here. Or you can say that some of the services which we are providing in commerce, or we are doing the trade in commerce, the parties are at different place, might be they are unknown. That means in trade both the parties are knowing to each other. In commerce, both the party may or may not be knowing each other because they are living at different place or distance place. Here we have done with the difference between. Hope so you have understood the difference between trade and commerce. Hope so you have understood the trade and commerce. Now we are moving towards the industry. The last topic, student. Feeling calm? Okay. So let's start. Meaning of industry. A process of converting raw material into finished goods. A process of converting raw material into finished goods by adding utility to satisfy human needs is called an industry. Beyond the point, right? I'm getting you guys are not understanding. But guys, meaning of anything, that is trade, commerce, industry or anything, business, you have to learn the textual language. That is compulsion. But for understanding the concept, damn sure I will give the example, but still you should go through the meaning, textual content. Repeating, the process of converting raw material into finished good by adding utility to satisfy human needs is called an industry. Example: manufacturing of furniture from the wood, manufacturing of cloth from raw cotton. This is called raw material are converting into finished good. Raw material, that is wood. Finished good, furniture. Raw material, raw cotton. Finished good, cloth. Understood? So, this is the example of industry. Manufacturing of furniture from the wood, manufacturing of clothes from raw material, that is raw cotton. Classification. Classification of industry. Here you can see the stage. First stage, primary industry. Second stage, secondary industry. Third stage, tertiary industry. Primary industry, then it's passed towards the secondary industry, then it passed towards the tertiary industry. This is the classification of industry. First is primary industry. Here is the content with example. This industry are fundamental industry that are connected with sea, land and air. Simple language, primary industry is related with the environment. That is why it is connected with the sea, land and air. Example: agriculture, animal husbandry and poultry farm are connected with land. Agriculture, animal husbandry and poultry farm are connected with land. Fishery is connected with sea. Fishery is connected with sea. And I don't think so I have to give the example of air. This is important in both the criteria. Hope so you have understood the primary industry. So let's move towards the next point. Secondary industry. Content with example. Various types of machine and technology are used. In secondary industry, various types of machine and technology are used. Here, the natural wealth is processed to make it consumable and is supplied to the customer. We are using the natural wealth, doing the process, making it consumable and supplied to the customer. Example: fertilizer industry, color and chemical industry, steel industry. These are the example. We can come to know that with the help of using the machinery and technology, we are using our natural wealth, doing the process, making it consumable and supplied to the customer. Secondary industry example: fertilizer industry, color and chemical industry and steel industry, etc. Tertiary industry. Content with example. It has a wide scope. Tertiary industry has a wide scope as compared with primary and secondary. Second, it provides help and service to primary and secondary industry, and beside this, it is very near to customer. See, in primary industry, you are getting the natural goods with the help of sea, land and air. In secondary industry, you are manufacturing the same natural goods, you are using and manufacturing the same. After doing the process, you are making it consumable. But the last point is tertiary industry. That is, you are providing services and goods to the customer. So the primary industry and the secondary industry, they are useful, they are includes in tertiary industry. Without tertiary industry, what you will do with natural goods? What you will do after manufacturing of goods? Nothing. That you should supply to the customer for earning more, for getting economy. So second point, it provides help and service to primary and secondary industry. It is helpful for both the industry. Beside this, it is very near to the customer because directly you are supplying the goods to the customer. Example: dairy industry, cold drinks, bakery and so on. Dairy industry supplying goods to the customer, cold drink industry supplying goods to the customer, bakery industry, they are supplying goods to the customer. So they are helping to the primary and the secondary industry. Conclusion: tertiary industry also includes the service of banking, insurance, transportation, warehousing, agents, communication, etc. Whose example is this? Yes, you are right. This is the example of auxiliary service. That means in tertiary industry, we are providing the auxiliary service. So this is includes in commerce. Student, I have told you with the help of single example, I'll make your concept clear. Primary industry, secondary industry and tertiary industry in single example. Here is the example you can see. Production of wheat is the primary industry. Production of flour from wheat is the secondary industry. Production of bread and biscuit from flour is the tertiary industry. With the help of wheat which we are getting from the nature, primary industry. We are using the machines and technology, producing the flour with the help of wheat in secondary industry. With the help of machinery and technology, we are converting the wheat into the flour. Then the same flour we are using in the tertiary industry for making bread, biscuit and many more items. You can ask to your mama even. Many more items we are making with the help of flour. So bread, biscuit we are making with the help of flour. That is called tertiary industry. So wheat to bread and biscuit. Three industry, that is primary industry, secondary industry and tertiary industry includes wheat to bread and biscuit. Three stages covered in single example. Hope so you have understood. And even you can elaborate your own mind. You can take the example of wood. You can take the example of cotton. You can take the example of cloth. Elaborate your mind. Give example to yourself for clearing the concept. So student, today we have covered commerce and industry, meaning and characteristic. Even we have discussed the difference between trade and commerce. Hope so you have understood the concept. Do the revision for the same. Make the notebook, write the content. Have any doubt? You can ask me. As Sanju sir has told you guys, personally you can ask to any of the subject teachers. But it's request to maintain the notebook. It will helpful in your examination. And today we have completed the first chapter. Hope so you have understood the same. Thank you for the day.